Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about a passion of mine, which is all things hair care, with a particular interest around fine hair, thinning hair and that battle against hair loss. The brand we're going to be looking at today is by L'Oreal Elvive Paris, and it is the Growth Booster Shampoo Conditioner and the accompanying serum. Okay, so let's jump straight in. Why would somebody want to use the Growth Booster Shampoo Conditioner? So if you're noticing that your hair is thinning, you're a guy watching this, you're a lady watching this, perhaps you're going through some stressful periods in your life, perhaps you're dealing with a lot going on, and perhaps you're really starting to notice that your hair is suffering. Perhaps that when you brush your hair, you're starting to see a lot more hair fall. Perhaps in the shower, in the bath, however you look after your hair, perhaps you're seeing more of it. Perhaps you're finding that you're lacking a little bit more volume compared to what you used to have. Perhaps you're a guy watching this and you can see more scalp. Perhaps you're a lady and you're noticing a reduced amount of volume. There are so many reasons, my friends, why our hair changes. Whatever we go through, our hair very often mirrors. So if we're going through stress, if we're not too well and our health isn't great, or if we're just burning ourselves out with everything going on in life, then our hair, if we don't look after it with the right condition and the right treatments and our right diet and just overall looking after ourselves, our hair can really suffer. So a great way of doing that is picking a shampoo conditioner which has great ingredients like the L'Oreal Elvive Paris Growth Booster Shampoo Conditioner to look after and nourish your hair and scalp. Okay, so let's jump straight in. So the shampoo. So I have used this for coming up a month now. I've not used it every single day. I've used it a couple of times a week, but I have used the serum. This is all gone now. We're going to talk about this one a little bit later on into the clip, but I have used this one a lot more often. But I've used this around about 3 or 4 times a week, the shampoo, with the conditioner, and I really do feel now that I'm in a great place to be able to share my experience with you. So straight away, it is a really sleek packaging. So you've got this iridescent sort of silver with like a brown sort of copper hue, metallic hue, which is really nice, really sleek, really modern. And what I love is when you go to buy it, I purchased mine here in the UK in Boots on the High Street, and it's marketing and it's showcasing that it's for men and women, which is great. So for example, if you're dealing with hereditary hair loss, as we've spoken about already, if you're dealing with stress or if you're not too great with health and your hair is really starting to suffer, they're really marketing it out there that it can really boost the vitality and nourish and rejuvenate your hair and scalp, whether you're a lady or if you're a guy watching this. So great, and I absolutely love that they've targeted both men and women. So shampoo, really nice and simple, straightforward to use. It is a nice, pleasant smell. I would say that throughout L'Oreal Elvive's products, they seem to have a little bit of the same scent all throughout the range. So from using this and having used a lot of L'Oreal Elvive Paris products before, you can really tell that it's part of their range. So it's a real citrusy type smell. It's really pleasant. It's really awakening. It's quite fragrant, but it is a really nice, it's not overbearing and it's not sort of, it doesn't linger. So it's really nice, whether you're a guy or a lady watching this. Smell really nice, really quite pleasant to use. Now straight away it lathers, you don't need loads of it. It really does lather straight away. It really works on getting texture into the hair almost immediately. You can really feel that it's kind of almost separating the hair. It's trying to get texture, it's trying to get fullness whilst the hair's wet. So you can really tell that something sciencey, let's put it this way, is going on. So ingredients wise, it's the Growth Booster Anti-Fall Shampoo, reduces hair loss, 1.8% growth and strength complex with aminoxyl R, hair prone to fall and breakage. So just to tell you a little bit about it on the back here, so a new hair growth protocol, scientifically proven, stress, fatigue, hereditary and external factors can disrupt hair growth, leading to hair loss, breakage and decreased hair density. Scientifically proven formula powered with growth and strength complex with aminoxyl R strengthens existing hair and helps reduce hair loss, so reduces hair loss it says here, and up to 10 times less breakage. So Growth Booster, it's a sulfate-free anti-fall shampoo. It says apply to scalp and hair, massage, improve microcirculation, then rinse, follow with growth boosting anti-fall conditioner and growth booster anti-fall scalp serum. Okay, so straight away I would always recommend with any shampoo that you take time to really massage your scalp, because that's really going to get things going. It's really going to get those follicles energized and it's going to get that blood flow pumping to where it really needs to be. So that's really going to revitalize and look after your scalp as well by taking a couple of minutes just to really massage your scalp too. Now this is a really great shampoo. I will just put it out there that do approach with caution, as I would suggest with any product, but more so I am a little bit surprised. It is a sulfate-free shampoo, which you would never believe that it was sulfate-free. But I did, unfortunately, a couple of days of using this, I seemed to have a little bit of an agitation with my scalp, where it was a little bit uncomfortable, and I had sort of a couple of areas which was a little bit sensitive, sort of flare up. I changed to my normal sort of go-to shampoo, and I didn't have that problem and it eliminated. I went back to it and I had it again, and it wasn't until sort of only recently that that's disappeared. So whether or not it's quite strong for some people, I would always just recommend that you approach it with caution. It is a very nice shampoo, and just by itself, if you're a guy watching this and you just have a shampoo in the shower and you want something to look after your hair and boost density and volume in your hair, then this is going to be great because it really does look after your hair. You can feel texture in the hair straight away just from the shampoo. Even when the hair's wet, you can feel a difference. How many times have you used a product for fine hair or thinning hair and it says that it's going to boost the hair, energize the hair, but yet it's so conditioned it feels like that you've got barely any hair there? This doesn't do that at all for you. It really gets to work straight away. But what I would just say, if you are quite sensitive to products when you're chopping and changing, if you're using whatever is great for you and then you change to this, then just be a little bit careful and approach with caution, because for me, it did for some reason just make it a little bit uncomfortable on some days, and it wasn't until I got used to using the product where that disappeared. Really, really great that you've got the aminoxyl R in here. I've used products from L'Oreal Professional with aminoxyl in, and I've had some really great benefits from hair growth, stimulating the hair, and really looking and really feeling hair being more stronger in areas. So for a guy, those temple areas, the top of the head and towards the crown, so really great, makes the hair feel a lot more resistant, and just overall a really great energized feeling on the scalp. So a really, really great shampoo. Okay, so moving on from that, really nice accompanying conditioner. Really, it's silicone-free straight away. It's growth booster, of course, anti-fall conditioner, thickens hair fiber, 5% growth strength complex with aminoxyl R, hair prone to fall and breakage. So straight away, it's really texturizing. It packs a punch with volume straight away. I take a few moments to just massage my scalp when I'm using the shampoo, if I'm doing it in the shower, if I'm washing my hair over a sink. And then with this, I try to leave it on for a couple of minutes and go on to do whatever I'm doing in the bathroom. You know that my hair is a little bit longer. My subscribers know that I have fine hair, but I have quite a bit of it. But I do suffer with stress-related hair fall for a number of reasons as well. So this is great. It isn't overly moisturizing, but when you leave it on for a couple of minutes, it's just the right amount of nourishment, and it really does straight away pack a punch. You can really feel the hair take on much more fullness, much more natural character. Right from the root to the length of the hair, I can feel that my hair is almost bolstered with fullness. And you can actually see that I've not styled my hair with anything different at all today. I've used the shampoo, the conditioner, and the leave-in serum, which we're going to look at in just a moment. And it really does kind of inject life, fullness, and what I would say, the only thing which some people might not like, I don't mind it because I like my hair sometimes on that little bit more of an undone look. If I'm going for a bit more of a polished, sleek, formal look, then it would be something I would probably need to use something to kind of calm the hair down a little bit. I like volume to be quite uniformed and quite in place in my hair, but you can see that from using this system, little hairs seem to just be a little bit flyaway. So if that's a problem for you, that may be something just to consider. But all round, it really does pack a punch with volume in the hair. You can see I haven't got anything particular in my roots, but straight away you can see that it's working on giving the hair natural volume and character in the hair. So it's really, really great, and it's something which I absolutely love. So it's a product which I would certainly recommend. I really enjoyed using it. It is a product which I would purchase again. The conditioner, as I say, same fragrance throughout the range, really pleasant to use. And do you know what? It delivers results, which I'm really, really pleased to see, because there are so many products out there which say that they're going to volumize the hair, they're going to make the hair thicker, fuller, but yet what you end up with is a bit of frizz on the ends and your hair completely flat on the top of your head, where you really need that lift, you really need that vitality and that fullness. So this is great for both men and women's hair. Okay, so moving on. Let's look at the serum. Now this has to be my favourite. I love the applicating bottle, and on the side you've got small little nodules here which just give you that indicator of how much. So the space in between these nodules is how much you should use on the product. So let's have a look what it says on the bottle. So L'Oreal Paris Elvive Growth Booster Anti-Fall Scalp Serum, up to 10 times less hair loss, 8% growth and strength complex with aminoxyl R, a 3-week treatment, which I would probably say, because I haven't used this 7 days a week, I'm probably about nearly up to the month now, so it's lasted me. And very often I use it in my hairline here, and not every time will I put it all throughout my scalp. but I do every now and again, but predominantly in the areas which concern me, which would probably concern most men, temples and sort of in the crown. But it is a very nice product to use, and I love this applicator. So you just unscrew the top, and then you just part your hair, and then you apply it in different partings, 2 or 3 partings I think throughout your hair would probably be great, but for me, as I say, up through into the temples and in the hairline, and I just take a few moments to massage, which is greatly important with any growth treatment which you're looking at using. On the back here it says, new hair growth protocol scientifically tested, powered with growth and strength complex of aminoxyl R, anchors roots and prevents hair loss and boosts growth process of existing hairs. Apply directly on the scalp, section by section, 1 6ml dose corresponding to the graduations on the bottle, so these nodules here. And then it says, use 5 to 7 times a week on wet or dry hair, do not rinse. Okay, so really great instructions on the back there. I've used it on dry hair, I've used it on wet hair, and it doesn't make the hair greasy. It's really nice. The only thing I would say, if you use it a little bit too much, okay, and then you use a blow dry, or if you just leave your hair to dry naturally, it does just go a little bit chalky on the scalp. That could be where I've used a little bit excess, so you don't need to use a huge amount. And like with the aminoxyl in here, which really stimulates the hair follicle and really boosts that energy in the hair growth cycle too, you don't need to use a whole lot in one go. It really is about using a small amount and then over a long period of time using the results. Now that takes me nicely onto my next topic. Now the range is marketed that you'll see thicker, fuller hair in just a 3-week period. Now for me, I'm going to be quite honest, I think 3 weeks is far too soon to be able to judge whether or not it's really helping you on your hair growth journey. For me, I'd be more happier to recommend somebody to use it for 3 months, because then you are supplementing the hair growth cycle if you're dealing with hereditary hair loss, pattern-related thinning, whatever you want to call it, whether it's hair loss through medications, through what you're going through in your life, or perhaps just some changes in your hair growth cycle, which could be for a number of reasons. You need that time for the products to really get embedded into the hair growth cycle. You need that time for the hair growth cycle to adjust with the new ingredients, what you're using on your scalp. So for me, 3 weeks, by about the 3-week mark, I would probably say that you should start to be seeing a little bit of difference when you're washing your hair. But of course, that's not categorically correct. That could be different for everyone. So for both men and women, you may notice a difference within that 3-week period, and that's fantastic. But if not, don't be too disheartened, because I would continue using it and you may well see an improved experience as time goes on. Because as I say, 3 weeks for me is just, 3 weeks for me is just a little bit too soon to be able to judge whether or not it's successful or not in terms of your treatment. So on that note, it's a really great system. I've absolutely loved using it. As I say, it was a little bit of a disappointment to note that on a couple of days, the shampoo seemed to really agitate my hair. I've got an undercut style, so when I have my hair cut here, I do notice that if a shampoo or a product is a little bit agitating to me, I can actually see my scalp. And it did seem to be a little bit red and blotchy and a little bit sore in places. So just be a little bit careful on that. And as I say, the only thing else which I'm not 100% keen on, for days where I want a little bit more of an undone textured style, great. But you can see that it just seems to really inflate all of the hair, and yet it seems to just make it a little bit fly away. So for me, if I was going out now, I would need to kind of pass a brush through certain areas of my hair, because it just seems to, as you can see, as I'm doing this, it seems to sort of just, and for me, that's not so tidy. So I would just need to sort of kind of uniform, perhaps with a little bit of spray, or perhaps a little bit of product, or even perhaps a little bit of serum, just to calm that down before I went out and about my day. And as you can see, if you've got new hair growth coming through, which is fantastic, it just seems to inflate everything. So if I was to do this now, you can see that it really does build volume and texture in the hair. And you'd never believe that somebody had fine hair, but that's probably the worst thing to do. But you get what I'm trying to kind of demonstrate there, that it really does pack a punch on volume. So if you're looking and you've got fine hair, thinning hair, and you're a guy watching this, remember it can be super cool and super smart with the right know-how, the right products. And for a lady, super fine, thin hair can be absolutely glamorous and stunningly beautiful with the right tricks and the right know-how. So for me, certainly one I would absolutely feel very comfortable in recommending, but please just approach with caution. As I say, this shampoo did seem to agitate me a little bit, which it doesn't happen too often, and I do explore quite a lot of products. And for me, really, really love, this has to be my favourite. So just last note in terms of price, shampoo conditioner on offer. I purchased mine from Boots here on the high street in the UK, £6.50, when not on offer £13, and the serum £8.50 on offer, when not on offer £17. So it is much more of a higher priced high street product range. It is available online for varying prices. I note that because it's new at the moment, it does have various offers, and it's really great, a great time to buy it and try it out. The shampoo itself is 200 mils, and the conditioner itself is 150 mils. Now you may think, oh, that's quite small. It does last and last, it really does. And the applicator, as I say, this is lasted me 3.5, just coming up to 4 weeks. Admittedly, I've not used it every single day, but it is a great system, and it's one which really delivers. As you can see, this is a little bit annoying, but it's great to see that it does actually pack a punch in terms of volume, texture, and fullness. And all I've done today is just I have a Dyson Airwrap, and that's just dried my hair off really nicely. It put some texture in my hair, and as you can see, I've got that fullness. There's no product in here at the moment, and my hair is fine. A lot of my subscribers will know my hair is fine, but I've just got a lot of it, and it just seems to inflate and give fullness. If you grab hold of it, there's not actually much, but if you look at it with this shampoo conditioner, it looks fuller, it looks thicker, and yeah, really great and strengthened. Just these, you'd have to play around with a little bit. It does make the hair a little bit fly away. But on that note, I really hope that you've enjoyed this review. I absolutely recommend it. And on that note, if you have any questions or queries at all for me, please leave them down below. God bless, take great care, and I look forward to your company real soon. Bye now.